Happy Saturday. Whoa, September they can't finish like play. Oh, you know me, I don't have a whatever stand, so I just try me anyhow, try to balance the thing somehow. So and I experience man the collect for life now, so let's see how it goes. You hold my own, I hold your own. Tessa, that's the music I want to start with today. Let me see. Now who already join me? So Billy, how far? Okay, good morning now, Maria Banga. What is that again? Whatever. So more dance more before. I don't own rights to this musical. They can follow me up after.
Entre le corset et l'âme, ne mets pas ton doigt. Between man and woman, the fools are more. Our friend, il a mis l'eau. Entre l'homme et la femme, on va se mêler. Where you born? Entre le corset et l'âme, ne mets pas ton doigt. Between man and woman, don't put your mouth. Our friend, il a mis l'eau. Entre l'homme et la femme, on va se mêler. C'est qui? C'est qui? C'est qui? La cité où on doit voir. Et vous serez guéris. Bébé, téléphone, quand ça va, te laisse, voilà. Même si me fait conjuguer le verbe souffrir à tous les temps. Même il faut supporter. N'a pas diolo. Aïe, pour vos problèmes de cœur. Et puis à la lettre suivante, je vous mets sous perfusion. Et vous serez guéris. Bébé, calme-moi. Téléphone, quand ça va, te laisse, voilà. L'union n'a pas de prix, le mariage n'a pas de prix. Que tu sois banqué, passe à voilà. Et qui l'amour n'a pas de prix, l'amour n'a pas de frontières, que tu sois européen, que tu sois africain, que tu sois burkinabé, que tu sois congolais, l'amour n'a pas de couleur. Anglophone, nous serons toujours, toi et moi, musulmans, chrétiens, nous serons toujours, toi et moi, les Niamey, à Kinshasa, nous serons toujours, toi et moi, les Conakry, à Accra, nous serons toujours, toi et moi, les Bamako, à Lagos, nous serons toujours, toi et moi.
Oh my God. When music is
Nicolas me dit qu'on aime plus cette vie dans la vie. Mais papa, moi je trouve que qui a aimé une fois, pourra aimer 100 fois. C'est-à-dire, ça veut dire que tout le monde aime faudra un peu. Évidemment, maman amoureux qui aurait pu croire ça de lui. Et pourtant là, il n'y a rien de drôle. C'est ça. You get your wife and get my own. C'est ça. You get your wife and get my own. C'est ça. You get your choice and make my own. C'est ça. Hold on.
Sexa. You hold your own, I hold my own. You make your choice, I make my own. Woo, 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 woo. This is some good introduction. You must to calculate. Eh, the dear young una no de una too. Whatever musicians are singing nowadays, at least their generation probably understand. Man, no over talk about that. My business, do my own. Whoa. So now morning now, man, just stand and rest small. I'll continue listening to some more music after and dancing and stuff. So what did I want to talk about today? Hey, last Saturday of September now, wow, now so the month don't go. Man, 2020 is finishing like a joke. Man, so if you don't have something you can look back and say, this is what I got from 2020, this is what I did with 2020, this is who I let into my life in 2020, this is who I kicked out of my life in 2020. Don't just blame Corona, I beg. Corona does not own 2020. I go continue dance now. I don't have time. I try enjoy my life, make the most of it. You live now for some person. Like, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about what do you do with that experience. And before I start, I want to say that my topics come to my mind like that and everything. But sometimes things just happen around that period to make me think and say, okay, I'm going to use these different experiences in my talk. That's my purpose in life anyway. So yesterday, I don't know, somebody was talking to me in my inbox about something, a situation. Me, I'm a psychotherapist, so people talk to me about things. But the thing I don't like when people talk to me about their problems is when you want to denigrate another person inside your problem. I just stop. Because even if somebody puts you in a difficult situation or is responsible in any way for whatever, let's say you're in an abusive relationship and you think that is your husband who has pushed you to the wall or your wife, I beg, let's focus more on what you can do to get yourself out of that situation or to work it out and stuff like that. I'm not here to crucify people, even in court. I don't necessarily want to be shooting, I'll go and end well. So if you come and then you just start and then by mistake, you denigrate somebody using a word like that mad person, that divorcee, that was the word. And then the irony is that whether the person knew that was a divorcee or not, I don't know, but I am one. And I don't care if anybody calls me divorcee, but it's not a nice word. It's like you are denigrating somebody, divorcee. So what? I'm Maria Banga. If you care, you say Maria Banga the divorcee. That's a problem. But not everybody is as strong and stuff like that. So you can go and say Maria Banga the schizophrenic, Maria Banga the bipolar. And another person takes it to heart before you hear somebody has committed suicide or somebody is depressed, somebody is nervous, somebody is angry, somebody. Why? So when they just said, not being that divorcee, I was like, hey. And look, one thing I do, because I know that I have that power to control what I do with any interaction, any experience, all of that. I take my decision, let it be impulsive or not. Now myself I dey protect. So I just stayed quiet when they finished writing. I was like, okay, bye. Block, 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 block. Finish. And then I put the post out there. I'm like, even divorcees are entitled to. Do I care whether the Bible says that what about divorcees or not? Sometimes people make like, because you believe in this thing, everybody must believe in that thing. So if people don't believe in that, then they are out. So I'm like, nope. You have the right to do what you want with your experience in this life. Don't make people think like because they had this experience, they should go and stay under the bed until somebody comes and removes them from there, gives them a new title, new name, new Mrs. something and stuff like that. Then they can start walking around. Then they can start showing off their, maybe their ring or their this or their that. I'm staying on that one because it really kind of like, I was like, how many people are divorced out here today? So when you start to say divorcee, it means that more than half of the population are not worth it because they have been divorced. What? And well, it now depends on you, the divorcee like myself, to make of that experience what you want. Look at what I'm doing with my own of that experience. I'm not here spending my time bashing that man. That's since 2011 now. Why would I even be wasting time with that fellow? I'm moving on, living my life on my terms and using my experience to inspire people, motivate people of all sexes, gender, church orientation, all of that doesn't matter. We are all human beings. We are all passing. So I refuse. There are some people who are still trying to come to terms with their divorce status. So they may stay them under the bed. They may stay quiet in their corner. Not every, I mean, they're introverts, they're extroverts, they're in between. That we have all kinds of personalities. So I'm not saying everybody has to be like me, but of course, why should everybody be like me? Some people find me too much. Some people find me too little. So any man do his own. That's why I choose this particular song. You get your own, I get my own. You get your choice, you make your choice, I make my own. You get your man, I get my own. Must I be married the way people think marriage should be before you know that I have a man? Or many? You are looking at me like, do you know how many I have? Or whether I even have one or nothing? And does that matter? Okay, so experience is what happens to you and what you do with what happens to you. So there are these two components. What happens to you and what you do with what happens to you. That's experience. And I know it is usually said experience is the best teacher. So for people like myself, because I like to use myself a lot, it may not be like I talk now abstract concepts. I like to have my own experience. Sometimes, yes, they'll say, hey, learn from somebody's experience, but sometimes me too, most of the time, even I want my own experience, like open my own eyes. Some of them are painful, like the one that I got in that church that I attended last year. But I needed to go through it. Sometimes to grow, you need to go through. To grow up now, a child needs to creep. A child needs to start to learn how to eat. You cannot just walk up today, mushroom tomorrow. No. So you have to go through that process. Go through it. And that going through is the experience you are collecting. Don't shun the experience. Don't make like, hey, abomination, God forbid. Why is this thing happening to me? Why not? Why not you? Why another person? You get married, it doesn't work out. And then you spend your time crying and lamenting in church and say, oh, why did God curse me? Or why did the devil curse me like that? No. What did that experience teach you? And that's the second part. What are you doing with what happens to you? And I'm going to stay on this divorce thing because it hurt me. Not even like got me myself angry, but I was like 2020 people still have that mindset. It's like I saw a post about having a child through natural birth, having a child through cesarean, and I'm like 2020. And I remember in January I said I hope this 2020 will not still be on that level of I'm single, I'm married, I'm single, I'm married. I'm like, there's a group I belong to on Facebook. I love that group, Women for Change. there are all kinds of women there. Nobody is hammering or denigrating the other person. Anyway, I've not seen it and I don't really care. Nobody can even try me. Whether you are married, you are single, I'm like, we don't have to care about those things anymore in 2020 now. Who want talk waiting for Oprah? Whether she was with Stedman or not, she is a person of her own. Who want talk waiting for Mega? Who want talk waiting for Maria Banga? Who? And so that is it. What are you doing? What happens to you? Make the most of it. Learn your lessons. And then say, okay, next time, this is what I am doing in a similar situation. Or this is how I can help another person who is going through a similar situation. Or this is what I can share with the world about such an experience or whatever happened to me. That is it. And then shun out all the things about that experience that could be degrading, that could be stigmatizing, that could be whatever. That can make you look. Mental health, mental illness, or mental health challenges is when you those things keep staying in there and they affect the way you are behaving now, the way you are thinking and all of that. So instead of getting up and getting on my sports and everything, I just want to wake up and I just remember, oh, when I was in that house, when I will get up like this, maybe I'll do this, and that foolish thing will be, those kind of words, those kind of thoughts, and then I'll not be able to get up now with my energy, start to do my sport. I'll be thinking about the thing, and then I'll be writing to people and say, if you imagine 10 years on, I can't move on, that fool, blah, 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 blah. That's how the day is finishing. What have I done that day? Marinated, reprocessed, done all of that, beat up myself up. That is something I have done with that experience. But is that helping me? Is that even helping the people I'm bugging now and talking to? Because people can only listen to you for so long. 2020, you left your marriage in 2011. You are still talking about it in 2020. About the negative or the whatever happened inside there. People will be tired now. Look, that entanglement thing, did it not come out like 2 months ago? Who is talking about it again? People are up to what is a recent thing that happened? That man who beat that lawyer. Before that one, what happened? The rate at which things are happening now, you cannot keep somebody's attention for long. Now I think what is maybe trending, I don't know, maybe I'm late. Either it's J. Israel or it's whoever and blah blah blah, church exposure. Okay, fine. After that, next week, what? It is now you. If you decide to hang on to that news and you are following the thing like you want to know everything that's happening, that thing they say on YouTube, subscribe, click the notification button. When you click it, it means that you want to have updates. That means that is your focus now. Like, I want to know the next video. What will happen? Which pastor is fake? Which one? You watch, you comment, you next one, next one. Now that time is passing. So what are you doing? You're just staying in there. You are just feeding your mind with that. For you, that's like the new drama. That's the new entertainment. I'm getting entertainment. This is the end. This month, I will not listen to those things again. It's just so funny. Like, okay, but no, I'm not interested in getting hooked on that kind of information. You need to be able to choose. And the reason why I'm even listening to all of these things, because, well, I also had a small kind of traumatic experience in one of those things. And I'm like, wow, so this is what happens on a larger scale and by people who have been there and who have done things themselves. Wow, listen, get the information, but that's all about it. I'm not interested in sharing, and I've already done my own part there. If anybody wants, they can go and find their own and take whatever decision they want to take in your life. You get your own, I get my own. So, can you control an experience? Can you? My own thoughts is that yes and no. Can you decide what happens to you? Yes and no. If it is what you are doing yourself, I decided to wear this dress, this t-shirt or whatever you call it, and the shorts. I decided to dance. What am I doing? It's also experiences I'm collecting because, well, I will remember I love it. So there is a story. And there will be a story, But there's some that other people do to you, you cannot control. I will not control who calls me. I will not control who writes to me. I will not even control what they write to me. I can write all what I want to write on. Mama accepting friend requests. People will still send. What can I do? I block. But I cannot control that they should not send anymore, because maybe the person who sent did not even see that post that people should stop sending. So they just send. And I can still accept as well as I can block. So yes, you can control, but you cannot control everything. Can you decide what happens to you? As long as you are the one doing it, you can decide. But if it's another person, you cannot decide. Who can do something to you? Can you choose? Can you choose whether it is Peter or Paul? Hi, pretty. What can I do? The high pretties come all the time, and I'm like, yesterday evening, it was somebody I know, a certain custom inspector and stuff, and I'm like, do you want to impress me with that title or what? And he's a married man. Then he comes and say, the way your figure don't pronounce it, mama me, I don't start to think again. Think again about what? That's somebody who had loitered around me some time ago. Yeah, I wasn't interested and everything. Then they got married, and then, well, me, I just leave me doors open, people communicate. The fellow might watch this thing later. I warned them, if they just try that rubbish again, I'm not blocking them. I want to screenshot. I don't think they will try again. No, because it starts like a joke, and if I just indulge, before you want to know, you are meeting up for drinks, before you want to know, scandal, some woman is crying somewhere, all of that. No, I don't want me dirty. I'm too clean to get dirty again like that. I know how to get dirty. I'd gotten dirty before, but no, that's not for me anymore. It's not a matter of what the Bible says. It's a matter of what I think. I'm above that now. So I don't want to do that to another person and to myself. So I told them, please control yourself. I'm not even in one bit phased by your, whether it's title or status. I don't know me what civil servants are doing out here anymore. I don't know whether they have money, they don't have. I don't know me all of those things. I deal with human beings, not their title and all of those things. And I want people who can respect themselves. Know that sometimes when people get married, they say they're blocking off all single people and all of those kind of things. Who knows why? Who knows why my neighbor upstairs is chewing, looking at me like I should not be living here, or maybe they can move out. Me, I don't care, but I cannot stop her, whether it's husband or partner, from looking at me. I cannot stop. I cannot stop going to do sports outside just because somebody might look at me when I'm doing sports on my veranda. I cannot stop wearing what I want to wear because somebody might see what I'm wearing and get excited. Look at me, trouble. The man should control his eyes, control his thoughts, control his whatever, not me. So yes, I cannot control, I cannot even decide, but I can do something about it. I can say, no, this is what I want, this is what I'll keep doing, this is what is good for me. And you, please, if it's getting on your nerves now, please move out. Go, unfollow me on Facebook, stop, focus on your own marriage, leave me alone. I can do all of that. And I'm doing all of that also because from experience, when you don't do that, it's like you are leaving the door open, for people to continue talking to you, writing any kind of thing. One thing is, people sometimes think because you are divorced, you are desperate, you are looking for the next relationship. Because some people, it's like, as soon as I leave, I cannot stay alone. It's so lonely. So the next one that comes, and that is a vulnerable time. Like my big sister was talking about widowhood the other day. She said, yeah, people know widows are vulnerable. So they come around, and then you want comfort now. You want somebody who can listen to you, give you a shoulder. So you start talking, you pray together, everything. Before you know it, well, you are in their arms. When you are in somebody's arms, it is difficult to get on their mouth, on their body, and all of those things. After you start to like, where Papa Kona, who sent me? You don't even know how to get out of that one. Before you know, it's second divorce, third divorce. So I have no problem being me here like this. 9 years later, yeah, well, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe commitment should be coming soon, but I don't have, even if it doesn't come, so what? So no, I'm not desperate. I am not. Because if na sex I want, I'm not go lack am. So I am not desperate. I don't think that people who are divorced are desperate people. So you just jump into their inboxes and start writing rubbish because you think, after all, if they're divorced, then it means that the first person was not good and I can be better. Who even has time to sample people? I don't. First of all, it's intellectual. I talked about this thing before. So if you cannot even hold a discussion about something, and I'm not talking about no so or amber discussion, that one anybody can talk about. I'm talking about things like even things about spirituality. I was listening to Carson Pearson today. I don't understand all what he's saying, and I don't think that I can make sense, or I want to even try to make sense. But you can get something from that. This is also somebody who had been, whether it's bishop and all of those things, and then, well, he got whatever he got and stuff, and people said, oh, he mislead people, it is sector. I don't care. All my own is, there is a chance, there is sense in every situation. It's an experience. What are you making from that experience? The man has gone through what he has gone through. He has learned his lesson. He has whatever. He is now going in a new direction. I will listen to him. I said I will listen to all. I listened the other day to an ex-satanist saying whatsoever. I get my information from everywhere. And then I use it or I don't use it or stuff like that. But if I shield myself, oh, I stay in my corner and just, oh, I'm divorced. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, some countries I hear that if you are divorced, terrible thing. Nobody wants to marry a divorcee. Do I even want to marry again? Seriously, commitment does not mean marriage. Marriage seriously, especially the way they look at that thing now, I don't think that's for me. So, I'm not staying hiding under my bed. People who know me know that when Maria Banga go on top something, nightclub, this one, that one. In January, I said the whole month of January, every weekend I'm going out. Like I knew that Corona would come and spoil it for me. So every weekend of January, I went out. There was even one weekend I went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Man, magic. Live your life. That divorcee. Goodness gracious. What, Megan, no be Naina don't divorce. Naina don't marry Prince today. Even Prince Charles is not married also to a woman. He himself is not also divorced. And the thing is that thing, they look more on the woman. Like the woman should be ashamed that she could not keep her marriage. So she should hide. Because how many people bashed Prince Charles that he was a divorcee? But it was Camilla. Shame. You could not. Well, people do what they do. It's their life, their experience. Harry did not care that Meghan was married before and divorced and had just broke up with another boy before they met and la. No. And what has Meghan done with those her previous experiences? She must have done whatever, and she's living her life. Okay. Is that something you are doing to yourself consciously or even unconsciously? Think about it. One thing is that when it concerns an experience, you need to take your time. Look, there's no set time. Some people will divorce today, get married again in 6 months, or get into another relationship, or even before they divorce, there's already another relationship. I don't know whether they process it, they don't process it, I don't know. But what I'm just saying is that you should think. That's why I love that my hashtag mark is intentional. I think. So think, because when you think, you are conscious. So you are doing something consciously. But sometimes it can happen that you do something unconsciously now. Before you know it, you are already, so what? It's an experience. Learn from it. Forgive yourself. Move on. When you want to be so righteous, whether the Bible says that word, that whether it is wrong to divorce, and whether when you divorce, what should happen, all those things. Look, I take my own. The one I don't want to take, I don't take. Whether anybody takes that word and starts quoting to me, sometimes it's even difficult to quote to me because you lose me immediately. Okay, and who else does something or nothing to you? You can choose. When I say, who are you living in your circle? Who are you clearing 1 meter, 2 meter? Who are you kicking out completely? Who has to give you permission to do that in your life now? Who? You have had an experience with one you thought was a friend. They have disrespected you. They have trailed you on social media. And then you are still there trying to run after them. Or they turn around and after 2 or 3 weeks, they just come back like nothing ever happened. And then you let it. Some people don't have that power to take those kind of decisions. I know. I'm a psychotherapist. People have come to me like, I really want to end this friendship, but I don't know how to go about it. I don't even mean romantic friendship, but just simple friendship, gay, boy, whatsoever. Like, what? You don't know what to do about it? Okay, please, can you just one day only, just block that place, that person for one day. Then let's talk tomorrow at the same time. And then I'm like, did you survive? You did not talk to them for one day. Did they try to reach out to you? No, they did not. And did you try to reach out to them? No, because you told me not to. I'm like, no, it's not about me telling you not to. But why did you not still do it? I wanted to see if I can do it for one day. I'm like, okay, can we do it for 3 days? And we'll see after 3 days how it goes. And they survive 3 days. I'm like, can we do it for 1 week? After that, you can do this for 1 month. You can do this for 1 year. And if they reach out to you, you now set the terms for the new type of friendship. If you want. If you don't want, you block them. Somebody give you oxygen. You be there bleeding for a friend. Hey, if they want something, you are all out there running around, doing anything they want. Go running to their house, coming, going up, coming down. And then when it's for you, they have an excuse. Hey, my child, my husband, my mother, my father, my school, or they don't even answer, or they answer the next day and say, hey, I know even the WhatsApp. That's a toxic friendship. And well, if you are my kind of age like this now, level 4, do I have time to be fooling around those kind of people? And I will not encourage anybody to fool around me like that. In short, I'm not even the kind of friend you can gum around. No, because I'm on the go. So if you feel I go be like that 24/7 kind of friend, then no, I'm not the one. So I'm sorry. I'm not. I just don't want to commit myself to any person to be available for them 24/7. As you are writing, I'm responding. You are writing. Nah. That's not my thing. So I don't also get involved in those kind of things, and I don't encourage anybody to think that I'm that kind of person or I can be that kind of friend. Nada. Okay, so can you control what you do with what happens to you? Because the first part was an experience is what happens to you. So I've looked at that. What happens to you? If you have any control over that and all of that, the who does what, even if it is you yourself doing something to yourself, disrespecting yourself, having no esteem for yourself, just running around chasing shadows, trying to keep up with whosoever. That's number 1. But those are still experiences, So when you gather them, next part is, what are you doing with that? So can you control what you do with what happens to you? Can you? I can write a book about my experiences. Nobody forced me to write a book. Nobody even put that idea in my head. I decided I wanted to. And that's why when I talked to a few people and people, I was like, okay, I'm not talking to anybody about it anymore. I'm just doing what I want to do. And today I have 7 books. Whether people buy, they don't buy, I just wanted to write those books because I loved reading. And I was like, but all these people who are writing these books, I love reading. Maybe I can also write. Why not? And so I wrote. Another person will not write. How many people have written, especially in a country like us, a continent or whatever, like ours, where it's like, oh, how can I write my story down for people to read? No. Keep it under the table. People have been through terrible experiences in marriage and all of those things. Some have left. They have all of that inside them. Maybe they could put it in a book and it could help somebody, and it could even help them to heal. Remove all of that thing from your system. But no, hey, how do they even write books? What will people say? Yeah, you want to do it. I'm not saying book is your thing, but if that is your thing, go for it. That's why I read that book, 2 Times a Bride, and I was very curious, and I got in touch with this person, and she's a big sister I respect, and once in a while I just throw a salute and stuff like that. She actually sewed seed for my skipping rope. That rope means a lot to me. My son wanted to be using it. I said, no, let me buy your own. I bought his own rope. I said, that my rope like that, he has a whole story. If she had not written that book, I would never have known her. I'm not sure I would have known her. But you know, the book could be, people could say, hey, 2 times a bride. Oh, so when I don't first married, the married no worker. When I divorced, then when I married back again. Mama, me in a frustration, blah, 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 blah. You know, people talk. She herself said in the book, people were talking. But don't care about what people say. Do what you want to do with the experience. And I'm sure they're on a different level now. They took off at a different level in their relationship. She said it in the book. So I'm not saying something that I say, no, something that I read in her book. And then now she's using her experience to help other women going through abuse, or who are not living but who have left, or whatever. But you can do something with your experience. You can. You can start a non-profit, you can start a ministry, you can start anything. You know, you can even start to say, I want to change this size, I don't want this weight, and I don't want this look. You know, turn the page, do whatever with that experience, but you can do something. So that is it. Can you control what you do with what happens to you? Yes, you can control. Yes, you can control. Yes, you can control. 3 times, yes, yes, yes. This is me. Even with your, if it is e-health, whether it's cancer, whether it is HIV, whether it is post-traumatic stress disorder, whether it is schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, anything that happens to you, I'm going to look for you. Anything that happens to you, you can control what you do with it. You can decide to be bedridden. That same cancer, was it not what this man who died the other day, what's that his name? That American star who died in our state, so Bossman. That Bossman, he also had cancer now. Did his hair fall off completely like some people's own fall off? So it affects people differently. Did he stay sleeping on the bed, or until the last day we saw some pictures where he had, what's happening to Max? He had, oh wow, he had things, tubes inside his nose, and he had lost so much weight. But no, he had that diagnosis 4 years ago, but he was still acting movies. He was still enjoying his time. He even got married last year. The woman already knew. Why did she get married to him? People will be speculating all kinds of things now, but what I'm saying is that he made the most of that experience. He did not let cancer define him. So of course I will not let post-traumatic stress disorder define me. Max doesn't back like this. What's happening? Okay. Can you decide when you want to do something with that experience? Now, when? Because can you decide what? You can decide what? You can decide, I'm starting an NGO, I'm doing it, I'm doing that. Okay, the next one is, can you decide when? We all heal differently. We all process differently. We all get ready differently. If somebody tells me my wedding is at 10 a.m., I can get ready, I can bathe at 9:30, dress up and be at church at 10 a.m. But another person, no, they will need 2 hours. You know, take the time, do everything, maybe go do your nails, particle nail, eyelash, anyone. So the when is different. Let me get back to this divorce thing. I didn't know I was going to talk on this thing in 2020. We leave. I left in 2011. It took me, after 2011, double, got into a real committed relationship 2013 in Belgium, and I looked for that one myself. I went on a dating site. I left that relationship in 2015 because I wanted to come back to Cameroon, and settling down in Cameroon 2016, 2017, 2018. I cleared off everything from my heart about that marriage and that everything. So I stayed in that marriage for 6 years. But it took me from 2011 to 2018. We will not be over no mathematics. So 8 minus 1, 7. It took me 7 full years to completely process all of that experience from my life and to say, Mark, press button, start, go. The past is past. Another person, it will take them 10 years, 30 years, 1 year. But you can decide when you are ready to do something with that experience. It does not mean that I have not been doing things. I have been doing things small, writing my books, doing things, but to completely process it and then say, okay, take off. 2018, and I did that live. You know, money, all of those things, and then so you can decide when. So you can decide what, you can decide when, and can you be certain about why you want to do something with that experience? Why? Is it for revenge? Is it to get back your palmarès or your whatsoever? For example, divorce again. Everything you say, that person's name, or everything is coming up. Will it not be like, yeah, but it's obvious that I want to get back at this fellow? But no, I'm not doing this to get back at him. It's not for revenge. Revenging what? Look at me, trouble. Now for me, that's even wasting my time. So yeah, sometimes you can start talking and you really want to get back at them, because some people, the pain they've gone through, the only way they can process that pain or get over that pain is to at least inflict some other pain too, if possible, in that same person. But does that really help you to heal your own pain? You leave a church. That thing that I'm watching, that young man, what's that, his name, Israel, he has left, I think it's even several churches, not one. So his own pain must probably be very much, because at one point, whether he got initiated, whatever, all those things, sometimes I don't even want to listen to them. So now he's into his own ministry is exposing or whatever, back to Christ movement, something like that. So some people think, instead of spending time exposing the fake people who were once your right-handed people, your spiritual fathers or stuff, you clear your own self and move on. But maybe that's not his why. You don't know his why. So you can know your own why. And can you be in control of how you want to do something with that experience? Yes, you can. It's not your man of God who should be in control of how you want to live your life. Man of God, can I get married? Man of God this, man of God that. Even your husband. I was talking with a friend today and I was very impressed, because they wanted to do something, or they're saying that they're planning to do something, and I just threw this question at them to joke. I'm like, so, but what if your man doesn't want it? She said, then he will only get to choose. I said, good girl, correct girl. Look at me, trouble. Until you cannot even live a life until somebody says yes. Shave your hair. Don't shave your hair. Put on weight. Don't put on weight. Wear black. No, wear red. This one, that one. You leave one abusive relationship. You get into the next. Before you realize it, circle starts all over again. You leave. Get into the next. Hey. So I think there is much we can do with an experience, but maybe don't know we have these reflective choices and power within us. And because God is inside each and every one of us, we can talk with God. We can sit with ourselves. We can reflect on that experience. Even if it's in a journal, we can write it and then we read it again. And then we think about it. And then we even set our goals. All of that. Before we even open our mouth, we have written. I don't write these things for nothing. I want to be sure there's something guiding me. Okay, and that is it. My frame, what you call framework. They take your measurement before they sew your clothes, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm doing my very best, and with my own experiences, loving my life on the go, and I share to inspire, motivate, encourage. And yes, that question of last week, are you an eagle or a chicken? If you're an eagle, you will use your experiences unapologetically. You will fly, you will rise, you will dance, you will do anything you want to do. You will thank your God for the health and the energy and everything. But if you're a chicken, No, you go stay you on that table. Hey, mama me, my marriage no worker. You know, so why, Papa God? Hey, if I come on now, wait till they go talk. Mama me, marriage don't pass Maria Banga. Oh, hey, mama me. So I will just stay me in there and be smiling and da 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 da. Because nowadays, even right inside some circles, you could not imagine that abuse goes on. Abuse goes on. That one got his own wahala until he shot the wife. That means that right on the pulpit, you cannot even be looking at them and those flyers and everything and think that they are the most perfect. Nothing. So perfect no day. You like that. Choose how you are living your life, what you are doing with the experiences that you gather along the way, whether it is personal experience or is the one you have read of somebody's own in a book or some music and stuff. Daddy Eyango did not sing that song by mistake. Probably he has been thinking about it and it's like, okay, oh, so ma better sing song about her. Thank you so much, grandson. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to look for you, my Twinnie. I have program today, but I must put you inside my program, or we'll connect either today or tomorrow. Let me dance now, the last dance. I'm so happy today. Thursday Congo one just finished me, so I'm back on my feet now. Let me dance. I want to dance to You Must to Calculate. Calculate. You must to calculate. 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 Oh. The problem no feel like. No, you must to calculate. It go long, so I'll just stop at any time or my data can finish. c'est moi. Les bocaux, voilà la beaucoup des mots.
Il y a toujours un gagnant. Mais le perdant, c'est qui? C'est Mambo. C'est moi.
That was 19. They be sing this song now when they grandson. Some of us were still small children. Some of una be the go soiree. Okay, oh. Bye bye everybody. Have a sweet Saturday. God bless us all.